Most people aren't stuck because they don't want it bad enough. They're stuck because deep down they don't believe it's possible for them. You see everyone else transforming, posting their success stories, and you clap for them, but inside you whisper, why hasn't that happened for me? It's not that you're lazy or not disciplined, you've just been carrying too much, too many responsibilities, too many expectations, too many voices in your head telling you that you are behind. When your mind is heavy, your body can't move, no matter how many motivational videos you watch. And trust me, I've watched a lot. And I've seen this with the women I've coached every week. They think the problem is the plan, that they need a new diet, a new routine, new workout, but it's rarely the plan. It's the weight of doubt, the what if I fail again? I've tried this before, I don't even know who I am anymore. And believe me when I say this, I've been there too. There was a point in my life when I wanted to change everything. My mindset, my career, my body, but I couldn't stay consistent because deep down, I didn't believe I deserved the version of me I was trying to become. But everything changed when I stopped chasing perfection and started focusing on alignment, focusing on me. When I asked myself, what would happen if I gave my all in 30 days? Not for everyone else, but for me. That's when things shifted. Because most people don't need more time, they just need a reason to start. Now I want to talk about the power of 30 days. 30 days might sound small, but it's a game changer. It's long enough to build momentum, but short enough to stay locked in. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a focused month. You don't have to figure your whole life out. Just choose one thing and go all in. Not 5, not 4 or 3, just one. That one decision can change everything. When I started coaching full time, I didn't have everything figured out. What I had was focus. I told myself for the next 30 days, I'm going to give my all, show up for my clients, teach them and serve them. And in those 30 days, I created opportunities I couldn't have imagined. It's the same for my wife, Essie. When she decided to change her mindset and her health, it wasn't about the weight on the scale. It was about keeping a promise to herself for 30 days. And that's how confidence is built. Not from just results, but from showing up. Because when you commit for 30 days, you rebuild trust for yourself. And that trust becomes the foundation for everything else. Now we need to talk about shifting your energy and identity because energy is everything. You can't attract peace while living in chaos. You can't build confidence while comparing yourself to everyone else on social media. And you can't create a new result with the same energy that keeps you stuck. The first 10 days are about awareness, catching your thoughts, noticing when you're self-sabotaging, being real about where your energy goes on a day-to-day basis. Do you wake up every morning and scroll? Do you speak to yourself with love, or do you tear yourself down before the day even starts? Because how you speak to yourself shapes everything that follows. When I coach women, I can often tell who's going to transform before the results even show, because their energy shifts first. They start standing taller, they speak differently, they move differently. That's when you know something inside has changed. But here's the truth most people don't say. You can't step into a new version of yourself while holding on to the old one. That means letting go of stories like I'm just not consistent or nothing ever works for me. Those stories are lies you've been repeated so many times that you started believing them. So in these next 30 days, I want you to challenge those thoughts. What if you are consistent? What if you can? What if you've been capable this whole time? You just stopped believing it. If your goal is health, act like someone who respects her body. If your goal is peace, start saying no to things that steal it. And if your goal is confidence, show up even when it feels uncomfortable. That's the mindset of my clients. They don't wait for motivation, they move anyway. And that's what I want for you. Because every time you show up with intention, you're casting a vote for the person you are becoming. And 30 days of that energy, that's transformation. Now we're going to jump into the decision and the change. You are one decision away from momentum. It's not about the whole staircase, it's about the first step. When you decide that these next 30 days are about you, everything shifts. You feel lighter, You see possibilities again. You stop waiting for motivation and you start building discipline. That's what separates women who transform from women who stay stuck. They stop saying one day and they start saying today. This month, I want you to wake up and move with purpose. Speak kindly to yourself. Do something every single day that gets you closer to who you want to be. Even if it's small, even if nobody sees it, even if it feels uncomfortable, because what you do in silence will show up loud later. I've seen women go from doubting themselves to leading their families with confidence. Not because I gave them some magic plan, but because they decided to show up for themselves. And that's what I'm asking from you. Give yourself permission to become that woman. Not later, now. You have 30 days to prove to yourself that you can change your story. Not by controlling everything, but by choosing yourself every single day. Now, this is the last thing I want to talk about that honestly transformed my life. And I really want you to hear this, because everything I just said, the mindset, the discipline, the energy, it all means nothing if your foundation isn't right. To truly transform, you have to reconnect with the one who gave you the strength to even try again. In these 30 days, don't just focus on your goals, focus on your faith. Take time to pray, to listen, to be still, and ask God to guide your steps, to give you the peace in the moments you feel lost, the moments you want to give up. Because you can have the perfect plan, but without spiritual alignment, you will still feel empty. When your relationship with God strengthens, everything else begins to align. Your mindset, your health, your confidence, your purpose. So make that part of your 30 days, feed your body and mind and spirit. That's how real transformations happen. Now you can have everything you want in 30 days. Not because it suddenly gets easier, but because you can finally decide to believe again. And when you focus, stay consistent, move with faith and intention, you become unstoppable. So if you are ready to take that step, you already know where to find me. You can schedule a one-on-one call with me. We can talk about your goals today. The link is in the description. Because the next 30 days from now, you will look back and not realize the person you are looking at in the mirror. And I promise you, it's one of the best feelings in the world. You got this. Peace.